let's get straight to it. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do something called 5-Minute Fridays, so get the point off in 5 minutes or less. Without further ado, how could you fold under pressure not knowing that pressure creates diamonds? And I truly believe that's only an issue when there's a lack of preparation. When you don't take the time to actually prepare / study / practice what needs to be practiced, you're bound to fail. Like actually taking the time to really think out or plan out what needs to be done, what needs to be focused on. And every single time you don't do that, it inevitably falls on your face every single time. And people in my school know exactly what I'm talking about. With a lot of presentations we do, you can tell who doesn't really care about it, who doesn't really put the time in. And it leads to them looking embarrassed. Just minutes of awkward silence that feel like hours, not knowing what to do, and then just overall, it just falls on your face. When it can easily be avoided when you obviously put the work in and understand, like, what do I need to do and prepare efficiently. It helps ease the pressure and makes situations feel a lot easier. And it almost feels like, kind of like, think about like a video game. Like when you actually prepare for it, it just feels like another side quest. And we obviously know for a side quest in a video game, it's not meant to be like super, like, I gotta put a lot of energy in. This is just something slight just to get you a couple new pieces of armor, some XP, and get you prepared for the main event, for the final boss. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the way I like to think of it, because it's like when you really understand, like, yo, this is just another presentation, this is just another thing, blah, 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 it makes it so much easier. But the thing is, this is where the crossroad happens. So when people take that mentality where it's like, oh, this is just another presentation, I don't really care, like it's a group project, we'll just BS some stuff and be fine. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that, like, that it is a presentation, but like, don't just do the bare minimum and just think it's gonna be cool, because then that's when it gets into the point of expecting the unexpected. Because you can have a presentation, anyone can do that, but then when you got the jury looking at you, asking you questions and stuff, and you hit them with just the 1,000-yard stare, like, I don't know, like, it's just like, that's the point I'm trying to make. And that right there is where you fall on your face. So it goes back to, like, if you actually prepared properly and didn't just do the textbook instructions, then it'd be a whole different story. So it goes back to what I'm saying. Expect the unexpected. Stay ready so you never got to get ready. And I live by that, dog. When you always just understand what needs to be done and what's going to be done, or understand that what you don't know can also possibly be done, if that makes sense, is like it makes everything so much easier. A lot of people like to call it overthinking. I truly don't believe that is overthinking, because it's complicated. It's definitely complicated. I understand. But like the mindset of just being one-dimensional, just focusing on one main thing and then just like going about it like you're finished, like, no, dog. You have to really understand. I would, in my opinion, like the main focus of what it is you're looking at, and then kind of like all the other many things around it. So for example, because I know like people are like, what the hell are you talking about? So in my class in architecture, we had a main case study. We had to focus on the building, right? And that's super easy. You look up pictures, you see the insides and the outsides of the building, how to get in, how to get out, where do people go, what's the point of it? That's easy. But then when, like, in architecture, it's not just about, like, you look at buildings because they're pretty. You got to really understand what the hell is going on. Like, relationships between big and small spaces, like curved spaces and rectilinear shapes, and all those spaces, like, there's so many things you got to worry about. But people don't take the time to really pay attention to what other people don't pay attention to. So then when they're presenting the project, we're like, this is light, I'm not going to put in much work because this is super easy. Then their professor asks them a question, or like, oh, do you know what this is? Or how would you talk about this? Or what do you think the relationship between this is? Like, kind of actually get in detail. So now you actually have to know something about your project, because they have no idea what they're doing. And me personally, they're not going to catch me lacking. So that's what I'm saying. Stay ready so you never got to get ready. But, one more thing before I go, like, when you take that time to really like, okay, let me lock in, let me like pay attention to everything that needs to be paid attention to, you gain an appreciation for it. Meaning, like, you understand that it's not easy, but you put the work in. Like, because you put so much effort in and you understood how hard it was, but you came out victorious, like you completed it down to the T, it's like, it makes you like, wow, like it starts to build a habit of you constantly doing that with everything else in life. You don't ever just half-ass anything. It kind of gets you away from the half-ass mentality of, oh, I'm gonna just do the bare minimum and just be done so I can do literally anything else. Like, don't half-ass nothing. There's no shortcuts. There's no corners you can cut. It's just do it, dog. That's literally all it is. The lack of preparation it takes away from your confidence. I'm out.